Explanations. Basic uses of the passive. Agent and instrument. The person who performs an action in a passive sentence is called the agent, introduced by. The agent may or may not be mentioned. My purse was found by one of the cleaners. A new road has been built. An object which causes something to happen is called an instrument, introduced by with. He was hit on the head with a hammer. Verbs with two objects. Verbs which have two objects can be made passive in two ways. I was handed a note. A note was handed to me. Other common verbs of this type are bring, give, lend, pass, pay, promise, sell, send, show, tell. Verbs with object and complement. Some verbs have a noun or adjective which describes their object. We elected Jim class representative. Everyone considered him a failure. When these are made passive, the complement goes directly after the verb. Jim was elected class representative. He was considered a failure. Verbs which can't be passive. Most verbs with an object, transitive verbs, can be made passive, e.g. drive is transitive because one can drive something, a car. However, a few transitive verbs may not be used in the passive. These become fit, be the right size, get, have, lack, let, like, resemble, suit. Verbs with no object, intransitive, cannot be passive. E.g., fall is intransitive, you cannot fall something. Therefore it is not possible to say the tree was fallen. Instead the sentence must be active, the tree fell. Using and not mentioning the agent. Change of focus. The passive can change the emphasis of a sentence. Jack won the prize. Focus on Jack. The prize was won by Jack. Focus on the prize. Unknown agent. The agent is not mentioned if unknown. My wallet has been taken. In this case, there is no point in adding an agent, by somebody. Generalized agent. If the subject is, people in general, or, you, the agent is not mentioned. Bicycles are widely used in the city instead of public transport. Obvious agent. If the agent is obvious or has already been referred to, it is not mentioned. Linda has been arrested, we assume by the police. The company agreed to our request and a new car park was opened. Unimportant agent. If the agent is not important to the meaning of the sentence, it is not mentioned. I was advised to obtain a visa in advance. Impersonality. Using the passive is a way of avoiding the naming of a specific person who is responsible for an action. It has been decided to reduce all salaries by 10%. In descriptions of processes, there is emphasis on the actions performed rather than on the people who perform them. Then the packets are packed into boxes of 24.